What's up, everybody? We're live from New York. It's Saturday night. It's your favorite girly pop doing the programming and some bagpiping and some live streaming and all that sort of stuff. Let's make sure that we got
Girly
audio.
pop.
Yep, we got audio. What up? I did realize last stream I didn't have the RGB ears on, which if you're gonna have cat-ear headphones, they might as well be RGB, right? And you might as well turn them on at every possible opportunity. And that's the whole point of having them, right? Today I've also got my tea mug, which is about half the size of my head. Because tea. I love tea. Despite being called Java Monk, which is a coffee, I just really love tea. What's up, CJ Purple Princess? Good to see ya. So, today, first off, the debut of these brand new textures for Zombicide. So, yeah, we've got. This is right now what the arrangement looks like, but soon enough we'll be able to select different possibilities here, and just immediately updates it. It'll update the map with the different board tiles. I've also now sent off the board tile textures to all kinds of different places, basically begging for art help, because as you can see, these rooms are very plain, and that's not very befitting of a zombie zombie apocalypse kind of game. So yeah, some fun stuff all around. Let's see. So we can work on Zombicide. I did write out some of the things that needed to be figured out. So one of the few things that already has been figured out is combat, like rolling the dice and the damage level and range target priority and things like that, animating the motion. Yeah, so I do have a, so that's there. Yeah. Move entities towards target. Yep. So I have two different types of forced motion. So, yeah, I will do a demonstration with this armor stand right there. And let's see, so I'm going to need to place redstone blocks over here just to demonstrate what this looks like. Excuse me. Oh, right. Because we need two things being tagged as something being moved and something being moved towards. Like move towards and what's actually being moved. So I believe that is done in the zombies, which is a hilarious folder name. Just because this will be the thing that actually moves the zombies. So we have move target and okay. We've got move target, and we also have move this. So there's the target right there. Tag you as move target. And I'm going to go over here. So there's two different types of movements that can be done. There's one where a zombie's over here and maybe needs to break into a building. In that case, given that target there, if I tag myself as move this and then set the command block to go, it's going to automatically move me towards that armor stand until I get close enough to where it no longer moves. It no longer forces the movement. So it's nice and slow. It just drags me over, and also will it won't restrict where you can look. It'll just drag you over to the location. So this is going to be very helpful for, let's say you have an exterior door here, and you need all the zombies to gather in this room to break down this door. Well, they can do that now they can be in any of these rooms and be dragged going and break down the door. So it won't be used for long distance like that. Instead, what will be used for long distance is the other type of movement. If I can fly, then I'll fly over here and show ya. So what this does is so oftentimes the zombies are going to be moving along these streets, which always go in cardinal directions. So the idea is that we still want to preserve the clusters of zombies. Like, we don't want them all bunching together if they're moving down the street. Because the whole point is that it's a crowd of zombies all moving down the street. So let's say we're off center here. We're not actually... We're off center from that armor stand over there. But let's say I want to move towards that armor stand anyway. Well, this will force the movement, but it will only start dragging you towards it once you're close enough to the armor stand, which I need to figure out. That's purely just a detection issue. So I need to figure out there's still some kinks to work out with that. But yeah, basically, yeah, I'll be looking at the armor stand, but notice, oops, see there are jitters, and the reason is because it's a smart system. It will figure out which cardinal direction do you have to move in order to get towards that armor stand. It moves you in that direction, and then again, it stops you once you're close enough to the armor stand. So I think it's some pretty cool stuff. And that's what's going to make the game feel much more dynamic. The other thing that's going to make this game much more dynamic is I've been toying around with David the Fox's idea. So David the Fox, we were talking about how to implement Forbidden Island and Forbidden Jungle and games like that. And the biggest issue is that you have player token locations, and you also need to see the whole map at the same time. The difference is that, unlike something like Pandemic, which has the same kind of thing, it kind of maybe makes sense. Like, with Pandemic, it makes sense for players to freely run around and have player tokens. Just because it's not supposed to be very immersive. You are above the game. That's the whole point of the game. That's different for something like Forbidden Jungle or Zombicide. Both of those are supposed to be very immersive games. So, how do we make a game where you have to see the whole map and be immersive? Well, here's the idea I had. So, when it's your turn, your movements are limited, and you will be seeing the map from this point of view. You'll be seeing the map on your turn, you'll be seeing the map from this point of view. You will be at eye level with the zombies. For context, here's what the zombies look like. Let me just open up my now very, very large info file, just because there's a lot to keep track of and a lot of things that I could just kind of jot it down. It's almost as big as Cripple Mr. Onion's thing. Okay. So this is, let's summon a walker. This is a standard type of zombie. Can I place? Yeah, right there. That's a big command block. Okay. Excuse me. What seems to be the problem? Okay. Hey now. Technical difficulties. What is going on? Okay, so we have this scale. Okay, well, really the important bit is the scale. So let's just summon a zombie. So this is what a standard zombie will look like. it'll be a walker. Whoa, that's a big zombie. But the okay, equals zombie. Scale will be at scale 0.4. Okay, so this is how big the normal zombie will be. Okay, so you will be seen. Yeah. So yeah, that'd be cool. So here's the thing: you're this size. That the immersive experience goes like this. You are this size. You are looking at the board from this perspective. The doors are your size. They are like, you can do the whole meme of like, this is my hole. It was made for me, because it is. It is this size. Okay. This is the size of a door. Okay. This is the size of a normal zombie. It'll be moving much slower than that. In fact, it won't be moving at all. Yeah. Yeah, that's the aliens aren't that big. Oh, yeah. Yeah, David the Fox made a texture pack for all the zombies and piglins and things like that, which I am using. Like, they're actually going to be used in, like, I already implemented them on the server, but they're actually going to be used in the game, which is kind of awesome. Okay, so for context. So we have, that's the normal zombie. This is called an abomination. It's going to have a, oops, oh no. Scale is set 0.4. This is an abomination. It's like a boss level zombie. But yeah, it's this big. Like, it is. So, again, same size as the player, right? Okay, let's go off this side, because that's going to cause us problems. Let's see. There's also the Brute, which is like a tougher type of zombie. And it will have this texture. So, it'll look like that, minus the sword. And it will also be, well, it'll be slightly bigger than the other, let's see, zombified piglin. So it'll be slightly larger than the other zombies, just to distinguish it as a brute. But yeah, as being the stronger type. But yeah, it'll look like this. So again, you're at eye level with the zombies. That's the whole point of this. You're going to be at eye level with the zombies. You're going to be the size of the doors. You're going to be the size of the chests. You're going to be the size of the rooms. At least when it is your turn. Okay? For Zombicide. Now, once it's not your turn, you'll go back to this scale. So, give me scale, base, reset. You'll go back to this scale, and you'll be at the global scale. So now the zombies are going to be teeny tiny, and you can also freely run around the board and try to figure out what's going on. You can pass cards back and forth to each other. And in fact, I think, but the location of your player token is just going to be saved as like a little dude. Like there'll be a little dude just there to indicate where you are on the map. In fact, I'm considering giving everybody like a token to swap back and forth between the two different views, and actually, make it a proper thing that these are two different views that you can access. There's the fixed view, like fixed to the player token, where you are at eye level with the zombies, versus global view. So I think that's the best compromise I can think of, is have those as two actually separate and different views. Oh, and also, there's also runner zombies, which are faster, and they are chicken jockeys. So, fun stuff there. But yeah, that is what I thought of as a potential compromise. So, yeah, that's the plan. That is the dream. So, there is going to be that immersive element in the in Zombicide, and one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because this game has cars. why does this command not work? Oh, it does. Okay. So, this game has cars. For example, this police car. This is supposed to be a police car. So, the whole point is that police cars have that... okay. The whole point of a police car is that it's a vehicle. And if you're this size in the immersive view, you're the size of a car. And you don't look silly when you're driving the car. So, yeah, this view does not look silly. You can have 4 players riding on top of this car, and it looks like a functional car. This looks very dumb and out of proportion. So, having these as separate views is important. And also, yeah. So, that'll be a whole other thing to try to keep track of, is like, in whichever view you're in, are you currently riding a car, in which case, plop you in the proper seat. So yeah, that's the deal with that. So yeah, there are cars in this game, and they only look good if you're this size. So they will be there for the immersive view. Okay, that's the plan. That's the hope. That's the dream. And if we can make it work for Zombicide, we can definitely make it work for then we can definitely make it work for Forbidden Island. Because Zombicide is comparatively a much more complicated game. That is such a sad noise. Wow. Okay. So, I'm going to write this down as a note. Give everybody tokens to flip between immersive view and global view, where the immersive view is you are fixed to the player token, and so that's where you're fixed to the player token, and scale 0.5, as we just saw. And then the global view, that's where you can see the whole board and freely move. Which is scale 1.0. Which scale 1.0 is still pretty tiny compared to the rest of the board. Like, it's still going to be a little overwhelming. So, in fact, I don't know, should we make everybody giants? Like, if you're in global view, is this gonna... I guess this could work. So, you can still register for the games, you can still access all these signs. Yeah, I think this might actually be a better idea. So yeah, everybody's gonna be a giant if you're in the global mode. And then, yeah, if you're in... so you can move around as you please. And then if you're in immersive mode, you are immersed. You are in the game. You are at eye level with the zombies. So, yeah, that's the plan. Also, yeah, I know the aliens in Forbidden Jungle are not that big. But this is I think I do want the tiles to be that big though. So again, Zombicide is kind of a preemptive work towards eventually building up to Forbidden Island. In fact, I would be working on Forbidden Island probably right now if other situations haven't led to me pushing Zombicide to the front of the queue. Okay. So with that in mind, okay, so I'm going to keep the scale like this. Okay, so what do you think? Is this a good idea? Is it a good idea to have that kind of ability to flip-flop between the immersive and global views? Here's the other thing. This will also help immensely with the ranged weapons, because with ranged weapons, you have to choose a target that's a certain number of like zones or cells away, and I think having the ability to flip flop between the immersive and global views, it might be an important ability. In fact, maybe in immersive view, if you have to, like if you're trying to aim a weapon, like a ranged weapon, it might be a good idea to just kick you out of global view, like kick you out of immersive view, so that you can run over and select where you want to target your weapon, and then pop you right back into the immersive view in order to see the effects. So yeah, that's the idea. So we can also have the way that this will work is aiming ranged weapons is kick player into global view, and then on player's turn, kick player into immersive view, and on not once their turn ends, kick player into the global view. Okay. So there we go. 2 different views. So that's yet another thing to have to program in, which is going to be a pain. But it's I think for the purposes of this particular game, I think it is a good, worthy thing to do. So it's a kind of a compromise between the total immersion like Clue versus the total outside view like Pandemic. It's kind of a mishmash in between. Yeah, I think this will be a good thing. Okay, the other thing is, okay, CJ, would you like to play some games? I also just realized I forgot to turn the music on. I got so distracted and excited about talking about Zombicide that I forgot to turn the music on. Let's do that while I drink tea out of this obnoxiously huge mug, which is literally basically half the size of my face. Not like I'd complain. Okay. Let's do some Approaching Nirvana. Haven't done this in a while. Ever since we got obsessed with Good Kid. How about Horizons? Have some fun with that. Oh, I still haven't imported Approaching Nirvana's newest album. I should do that. Okay. CJ's coming into the server. Let's play. Let's play some games. Oh, CJ's already on. Would you look at that? All right. Where is CJ? Yo. What's up, CJ? What do we want to do? What do we want to play? We can do... what do we want to do? The world is our oyster. We could also build some stuff. Like we could also build the dropper map for Floyd's Lava. Do we want to... Let's see. What games have we played? Oh. Okay, well, if you phrase it like that, it makes it kind of sad. I haven't been on the server since last week. What's been going on? What's happened? Did you add to the drop map? No, I don't see anything. Oh, you're doing ticket to ride stuff. While I was doing ticket to ride stuff. What happened? What's new? Let's see. Oh. See if I can spot what's new here. Oh, inside the Chinese poke. Yo! Oh, wow. You made like a miniature version of the arena. Dang, okay. Okay, that is... Dang, okay. Well, holy crap, that is a huge amount of work. Dang. I'm impressed. Okay. Nice. Over here. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, no kidding, you only got a few done, because that is a tremendous... Holy smokes. This is so cool. The colors of Uno. Very nice. Wow. These are whacked. Dang, this is so cool. Okay. Wow. And you got, what's this? This one's dominoes. Ooh. Dang, okay. See, this is the kind of stuff that, yeah, I could never. My interior design skills could never. This is yeah. This is so cool. Okay. Excellent. And you got, Oh No 99. Wow. What are these? Leaf litter. Oh. I've never actually... I had no idea you could do this stuff with leaf litter. That's so cool. It's like you made a little patch here of like, it looks like a 2x2 block patch, but it's actually in between the blocks. Dang, okay. Okay, I am officially impressed. I am officially completely blown away and impressed, and just... That one is half done. Well, even the half done is already, like, holy crap. I'm gonna put a block in this file path just so that people don't go stashing random stuff in there. This is so cool. Okay. This is incredible and amazing and wow. Just wow. Oh, and actually, I got permission to use it, to cite the proper source. Okay. Yo, this is so amazingly cool and awesome and just wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. This does put a smile on my face. All right. Okay. This is so cool. All right. So what game do we want to play? Do we want to go through the gauntlet of mini golf? Do we want to play some coup or like, I don't know, do some of these games over here that have been kind of neglected for a while? Like, I don't know, like spoons or something? I don't know. What do you want to do? Or Castle? I haven't played Castle in a while. And Braveheart's not here, so one of us might actually have a chance of winning. Maybe we should theme tonight's gaming session. Okay. I think, so in that case, what's up, Phantom Toast? Welcome. So if we're gonna theme tonight's gaming session, I suggest maybe we should stick to the card game hub, because the board games are the, like, I feel like they've been kind of neglected for a while, all these card games. The stream wasn't there yet. Yep, that's fair. That's all right. So, yeah, I think we should theme this around just doing the card games. And I believe Phantom Toast has not played Castle before. So, oh, why is that sign still there? Okay. And then these games are currently unfinished, or really I haven't really started building them all that much, except of course for Purple Mr. Onion over here, which is has been multiple years in the making now. I think I might when I finish Zombicide, I might start chipping away at that again. Yeah, we didn't playtest this. Ooh, inspired Purple Princess and read in a script on Purple Princess culture, so why not Castle? Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, Castle. The game that Braveheart always somehow mysteriously keeps winning. Okay, I will be right back. I'm going to refill my gigantic mug of tea. All right, Phantom Toast, you gotta set that one out. That's okay. Working on some textures. Yeah, I kind of put Phantom Toast to work with making Zombicide textures. But yeah, you don't have to do them all. Just saying. I appreciate all the help though. By the way, this stream is sponsored by Home Chef. Home Chef. I am legitimately very happy about this food delivery. Like, so much better than HelloFresh. I tried HelloFresh a while ago. Their idea of spice is sour cream and guacamole. That's their spicy. And also their tortillas are tiny. So, that. Home Chef, on the other hand, their meals are properly spiced, their tortillas are properly sized, the instructions are actually coherent, and their packaging does not involve styrofoam, which, yay, I hate the sound of styrofoam. Like, I hate how it squeaks. So, yeah, this is I mean, look at this. They got the little baggies of other stuff there. It is phenomenal. It's not an actual sponsorship. That's a YouTuber joke. I am paying for this out of my own pocket, and I love it a lot. The only part that yeah. The only part that I don't like about Home Chef, and it's actually not a problem with Home Chef. It's a problem with food in general. My life has turned into a nonstop cycle of cooking and dishes, which I want to do other things in my life other than just cooking and dishes. Just ugh. But yeah, it's great. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge. And see, what I really love is just the fact that like Home Chef just gives you like the only ingredients you need to have on you is pretty much just salt, pepper, and olive oil. They give you everything else. And they use some copious amounts of olive oil. So, yeah, it's actually really great. And I've been working with ingredients that I'd never ever actually even seen before, like different kinds of peppers. There's something called a shallot, which is like a mini onion. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's legitimately really cool. So, yeah, I like it a lot. Oh. Okay. That is... Well. Nope. That ain't dope. The fishing rod curse got me too. Which means something's up with the, Let's see what's going on here. This is what happens when you don't look at a game for a while. Yeah, all those drawers are just cooking in dishes nonstop. But yeah, it's like Home Chef, phenomenal. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. Let's see. That would be in the start game and also draw this card. Nope, not there. Okay. Okay, I hate the fact that they removed the ability to open the edit in a new tab. Something, I don't like that. They screwed something up there. Let's see if this is actually just a quick fix. Hopefully it is. Ah, yes it is. No, that is. Aha, there it is. Equipment main hand. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, but you are supposed to... Hold on. This is still wrong. You're supposed to be able to swap cards. And no cards were actually placed down in order to swap them. So... something's still screwed up. have the thing that actually places the cards at the castle. Because that's like one of the main parts of the game. Okay, I don't think it's anywhere here. Okay. Let's look at the begin round. Not there. Let's be in initialize round. Create cards, distribute cards. Probably there then. So that's when we draw cards. We have a different version for placing into an item display and for player and all kinds of other things. Okay. Okay, so there are cards to draw. Does all the things for them. So why isn't it working? This should be how that's done. It's worked just fine before. What is wrong? What's going on here? What happens when you play a card? It's not there. There should be cards. Yeah, it's the start of the game. There should be cards placed here. So, where are the cards? Excuse me? What happens when you swap cards? How come there's no cards in the draw pile? There should be a very visible draw pile. Why are there no cards in the draw pile? Like at all. What happened? And over. What happened to you? Ah. Oh, I see. That is a piece of code which no longer works in this update because they updated that stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can just go into here and auto update everything here. So rather than hand items :bracket, we have equipment bracket main hand :bracket. No, not bracket, because that's what's supposed to be in there. Okay. So I want to replace any instance of hand. Oops. Ah! No! Okay, good, saved. We want to replace all those, and then any instance of this, we just want close bracket, close bracket. Okay. That should be good enough. It should be good enough to make that work. And we don't have shuffling discards. But just in case, let's just make sure that this works. We in fact do not have shuffling discards. Okay, good. Okay. Let's make sure that saves. And let's try it again. Okay. Let's try that again. Sorry, CJ. Yes! There we go. Now we got draw piles. Booyah! Okay. And now we can swap out some cards. Okay. I want that. That. Go. Hope you remember how to play Castle. So as a reminder, you have to play whatever number is on top, you have to play a number that is, I believe, bigger or equal to it. And 2s reset the number, 10s clear the whole discard. So I think you can play the same number. Yes, you can. And 4 of a kinds also clear the stack. Count as ones? Or? Okay, they do actually count. Oh, right. Okay, so aces are maximum. Yeah, there should that ace there. Whoops. Forgot about that part. Oopsie. Sorry, CJ. And yeah, if you can't play, you end up drawing all the cards in the discard. And your goal is to run out of cards as quickly as possible. Ooh. Uh-oh. Hello, old friend. What are you supposed to be? Data get, entity at end, equals understand. Equipment. There's the issue. It also, I appear to have forgotten to update Castle to the new system where all cards are handled universally. Yes, it is supposed to play all the cards of the same number that you have. Okay. That's why you have the chest there so that you can see stacking. There we go. Hee. Whoopsie poopsie. Okay, start stacking. we gotta go into here. Yeah, because previously all the games had their individual textures for cards, and that is no longer the case. So let's see. Castle/ace is now the one person sees /ace. Twos are now labeled as mark purple. And same with the tens. And then the threes are the usual ones. I believe that's actually all the other ones. Yeah, none of the other ones I think are shaded in any particular way, so we should just replace all the other ones. Okay. Let's check and make sure this works. Okay. The one person sees. And mark the tens as purple and twos. Okay. Oops. Save that. I should be going over here, replacing it. There we go. So it's working as intended. It's a purely visual bug. It will not change anything about the game itself. Okay. Let's do data modify entity at n type equals understand equipment dot main hand dot components dot Minecraft item model. Let's make sure we're getting into the proper thing. Okay, and we got to replace that with set value Minecraft the one person sees /6 of spades. There we go. Okay. And that should now have this issue resolved. Let's make sure it saves. Okay. Cool. Hopefully that's fixed now. If you play another 6, it'll delete the... Never mind. That's 6. There's the other 6. Queen. Ace. I'm gonna put this one away and wipe out the discard, and we'll start back up with a 5. I can't put it. Okay. Delete and boom. Okay, excellent. It works. Okay, so I am now down to the face down cards of mine. So let's play this jack. Oh, nice. Play the king. All right. Face down cards. Here we go. Drawing at random. Go. Nope. Dang it. Okay. That's to be expected. Yeah, that's to be expected when you draw randomly. Okay. Oh. I can just pass you all my cards. Tee. There you go. Well, I'm about to get screwed over, so we'll see how well that. Yep, that didn't work. Oopsie. Dang it. Dang it. Ooh, nice. Nice. Yep. Yep. GG's indeed. Okay, let's play an actual proper game this time. This time with less failing. That,
Goes nothing.
Nice. Hey, nice. That's great. Panda Toast finished the texture for the sewer grate. That is so great. Okay. Let's wipe that out and replace with a 4. Is this what you sent me? Nope. Okay. That is a fun view.
They talk about another kind of world.
Jack.
What are you afraid of?
Aces. Tee. Oh, we're at a drop. Draw cards again. That was fast. Let's.
I'm not afraid.
King.
Just listen.
That's my turn again. Okay. Draw the 2 and then a 9. Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Okay. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Let's do the jacks. Uno. Come on. Ooh, a 10. That was lucky. That was insanely lucky. Nice. Yeah, I really like the... I actually quite like the design of this arena. Like, yeah, and the Lakitu is exceptionally derpy, but you know what? Whatever. Yeah, I think it's charming. Got the Doak Oak Forest and yeah, and the Woodland Mansion and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's decent. Now, do I need to draw more grids, or do you only need the one? I think just having one texture of a grate repeated over and over is, I think that works just fine. Hey, this is the arena for castle. Yeah, the I think just having one sewer grate texture is okay. And having more than that might get confusing, or just would be too much work. So, yeah, yeah. As long as it's the proper size, or the proper relative size compared to the board tiles, then all should be good. Yee. All right, CJ, what do you want to do next? What game do you want to play next? I guess we can go through, I guess, all the kind of the games that haven't been played in a while, just to make sure they still work. So, I don't know, something like Spoons or Speed or something like that. You chose Castle, it's my turn. Crazy 8. Let's do that. Ooh. Oh, the spoons? The spoon spoon looks really nice. I like it. I hadn't noticed this one. This is cool. I like it. I like this a lot. Crazy 8s is over here. Ooh, Dos has something? Yo! Beware! Oh, that's fun. Alright. Cool. Crazy 8s. Yep, this is the one with the green sky arena. So this one is basically Uno, but it's, yeah. Where, like, 2s are +2s, aces are reverses, and queens are skips. Other than that, it's basically Uno, but with a standard 52-card deck. And Wild 8s can be played on any card. You choose which suit. So you gotta match either the number or the suit. And then you can draw a card or to pass. If the card you drew can be played, then you may play it. You can draw a maximum of 3 cards in your turn, this way during your turn. After that, punch in the deck will end your turn, treated as a pass. And if there are no more cards to draw and you can't play any cards, then punch where the deck was in order to pass. And the game ends when either everybody passes or one player runs out of cards. So, yeah. And then, playing a king will skip the next player's turn. Playing an ace will reverse the order, and playing a 2 will force the next player to draw 2 cards. If you have to draw cards, you can either play either another 2 to force the next player to draw an additional 2, play an ace to reverse back, and if you draw cards in this way, that will use up your turn. So yeah, it's basically Uno, but with a 52-card deck. Assuming, of course, the cards work. Okay. That is, of course, making a huge assumption that the cards actually work. I swear, I fixed these cards like 5 times already, and they're somehow still not fixed. How is that even a thing? What the heck? Okay. So draw and discards, and just start game. Those are usually the culprits. to handle distributing one card and handle the remainder. Like, I ran everything through my Python program that automatically updated everything, but apparently somehow it didn't hit these games for some dumb reason. Oh, DOS has something? DOS has this issue too? Wait. DOS doesn't have that issue. They fixed it. We played that one more recently, I think. I might also be misremembering. So, yeah. Either way, it's worth checking up on those. Okay. Hand items there. Equipment. Main hand. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. Master resets. There we go. Okay. So you gotta match either the suit or the number. So there we go. Oh. Hello, purple, my old friend. Oh. Oh, this was updated. What the heck? Okay. Okay, so let's do this. We can do the same technical item display. Dot components. Minecraft item model. Okay. We can once again modify to be listed tokens, choose clubs. You choose diamonds. You do I choose hearts. You must be choose spades. There you go. Alright, go for it. Hey, nice. Blue 7. Oh, because the +2. Punch to draw or pass. Yep. Okay. Right, it's a +2. But derp. I forgot the rules for my own game. The queen skips. CJ, the queen skips. Nice. Nah. Let's make it... Uno. Yay. Okay, let's play a proper game now. Let's see. Man, I really need to get that whole hold still to pick up your cards. Because that's just really annoying. I need to figure out how to fix that. That's something that the most recent updates broke. I had to pass because I drew 3 cards and I still can't. I drew 3 cards and I still can't play anything. Yep, still can't play anything. Oh, now I can. Hee. Aha. Uno. Yep. Uno. Nice. Alright. What do you want to play next? Or do you want to play Crazy 8 some more, or do you want to... Yeah. What do you want to do? What doth thou desireth to do? Ah, going back to the hub. Five different games tonight. Okay, that sounds good. Have you played Collapsy? I guess, okay. You choose. You choose what game we play. Unfortunately, Bridge requires 4 players. Oh, we're opening the door? Okay. Nice. Spades. Spoons. Okay, sounds good. Let's... Oh, where'd the door go? We need a door. The door is missing. That. Spades is the one that's kind of like hearts, but with points. Spoons is the one where you're picking up spoons. They're both bamboo themed, though. Oh, that one's speed. That one's over here. Speed, the one game that like has worked flawlessly since its inception, except for the few times when I just made it when I made updates and broke everything. But like, basically, Speed's the one game where if anything is guaranteed to work, then it's this game. It's kind of insane. So let's see if this game works. Nope. Okay. I say that and then it immediately proves me wrong. Update that one. We gotta do draw card. Oh well, this is like an old system. I also don't know which probably shuffle discards as well. And of course start game. Okay. Okay, I also thought of a thing for speed specifically. Make it so when it's yelling at you that you can't play that card, don't do it in the chat because otherwise the chat starts filling up. Oh, so this was already updated to the token system and the universal textures system, but apparently was not updated to the update that actually made changed how the hands are done. Oh, wait, it was. Or at least that was. Confusing now. Okay, it's got to be this then, right? The remainder that's broken. Nope. Okay. You can use any blocks that you want. Like, since you're Phantom Toast, since you're building flat textures, you can draw whatever the heck you want for on the flat textures. But also, you can use whatever block you want. Literally any block. Okay, maybe it's shift cards. So remember, this was a prevalent thing in the old system. No, that was updated. Yeah. Because we also don't have any. Oh, there are cards there. Aha, there we go. Okay. That's gotta be fixed. Skadoosh. And we also gotta go into, let's check here. Okay, that should be fine. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Go. Okay. That unfortunate. Oh. Unfortunately, I can't. Oh, I gotta draw. That's fine. And I used to actually be really good at this game, believe it or not. I've gotten slow in my old years. Oop. Yeah. Nice. I had the token and everything. Okay. Let me just do a thing real quick. And okay. Let's just make it so try to make it so all the things don't go in the chat. Okay. Let's validate card. Validate card. Oh wow. Fix that, and then also replenish discards. Let's make that a title on the action bar. And then this is one of the games where this is one of the first games that like forced me to develop like the lightning fast shuffling system, and this was actually the first game where I used interaction entities, because that's how the double card decks work. So yeah, this speed was a very important game for the development of the tabletop gaming hub. Okay. Shall we play again? There we go. Oof. Nice. This game's fun. I've forgotten how fun this game is. It's a lot of fun. I'm just amazed at how well this game works. Like it's so smooth. It's so smooth. Okay. Yay! Speed. Alright. We both dominated game today. Yep. Yeah. I like Speed. Speed's a fun game.
I'll tell you the truth.
Let's see. Let's go over to the more neglected games. Let me just keep up the theme. Let's do Spoons. Also one of the oldest games.
Remember all the happy times?
This one will probably also not work first try, but let's give it a try. Let's give it a shot.
We're very much alike.
Yep.
Remember all the happy times?
Again, I ran a Python program to just go through and update all the games. Well, at least that's what it was supposed to do. I've updated these games like 5 times already. But apparently not
Very
good
much
enough.
alike. All right. I'll tell you the truth.
Let's distribute a card. Yes, this is one of the first instances of needing to use push and pop. I remember at the time I was taking a computer science class, and we just learned about this as a system to handle arrays and stacks and things like that. And I was like, oh, this could be used in Minecraft. Because like previously, I remember I built Spoons immediately after building Speed. And yeah, that was one of the biggest issues because Spoons had 13 different draw and discard piles, one for each player. And that was just it was going to be an absolute nightmare to work with in the old system. And I was just lost on like, how do I do this? How do I do this in a nice way? And with Spoons, that's when I developed the push and the pop system, where you can just move the cards, plop one in, and then remove a card, scoot everything over. Like that's where the modern push and pop system that I use for basically everything. Like it's now used so frequently that I literally have a Java program to generate all the code for me to just instantly create the push and the pop on discards and draws. But it all started with spoons. But yeah, so this was also a very, very important game in the development of the tabletop hub. All right, let's play. There we go. And go. Go. Let's maybe reset before we get the death circle. Okay. So what could be causing that? What's going on here? I suspect potentially the cars themselves are not equipped to handle it. Let's see. No, they're all labeled as a card. Okay. I can't figure out why that's happening. Let's see if we can figure it out. Hold up. So I'm the dealer. The dealer isn't having those issues. Wow, that's so many work fungi on sticks. Okay. Okay. Zip understands. Oh well, what a pain. Hold up. What actually needs to be updated? Yeah, I've got individual things there. Yep. Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be a we can't test spoons. That is too many things that need to be updated. I need to update spoons with the Python program. I ain't doing that all myself. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So we have second choice. What was the second choice? Let's see. Maybe Tian Len. I believe Tianlin actually doesn't have an arena. Or is missing an arena. Yep. Tianlin doesn't have an arena. And I don't know what to do for it. So, unfortunately, you're gonna have to use your imagination with this one. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm gonna see if actually I can get ahead of it and fix any card issues before they come up. I know, what a shock. Jeez, don't celebrate. Y'all don't have to celebrate right away. Jeez. It's not like that's like the most basic possible thing that could be done. Like, freaking updating the cards to do what they need to be doing. Yep. Equipment.main hand. Unfreaking believable. In fact, I suspect it's because Python didn't dig enough folders deep. Okay. How about resurgence? So yeah, if you can't play, then you pass. Once you pass, you can't play any more cards until the visible ones are erased. And if everybody passed, then player who did not pass can play anything they want. They'll figure it out. Yeah, and there's different hand ranks and suit ranks and all those different things. So, yeah. Winner points equal to the number of people still with cards. Play continues until there is only one player left with cards. And then if you're the only player remaining with cards, then you lose. So I'm going to flip to here, just because the suit rank and the card rank I always forget. So, yeah. Let's do Kaiser mode. Let's try that again. Boop. Oh, come on. You have to be kidding me. Deal with this stupid issue. Why does that even happen? That should not be happening. Okay. Okay, let's do the same thing that we did with Uno. I mean, remove all the whipped fungi and see if it still works. So I think you have to start off by playing a single. So you got to play the lowest ranking card that you have. So hearts is the lowest rank, so I can do that and then finish playing. So you have to beat a 3 of hearts. And you have to play a single card, which beats or ties the currently visible hand. Drop the fungus on the ground, please. Oh dear. Okay. All right, now you can play some cards. So what you do is you right-click to play the card, and then click the sign there to actually play that card if you so choose. Okay. And if you play an invalid thing, we'll do that. Okay, now I'm gonna play a pair of cards, and you have to play a pair, otherwise, and specifically a pair that beats mine, and that will. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, yeah. That's fair. Okay. So also... Okay, so Tianlin Uno has that issue with giving blank cards. Okay. Shall we play a different game? Yeah. Alright. You pick one. Huh? Oh yeah, it's not gonna be in any of the dimensions. I tested that with you can really see that with Ticket to Ride, for example. Like, if you go way out to the Ticket to Ride map, like the map art thing, it's just void beyond the particular point. No Hermitcraft, unfortunately. But yeah. Choose a game. Chinese poker. Let's see if this game works. The first game ever built. Oop. Ah, yes, the one with the closet. The changing room. Okay, before you start, I'm gonna see if we can get ahead of the. I'm gonna see if we can actually get ahead of the card issue. Oops. Chinese poker. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh, hello, hello. We apparently disconnected for a bit there. Oh, my connection reset. We're back. We're good. Okay. Huh. That updated. Okay. So if I remember right, the way that this game is, in particular, the distributor system is done is exceptionally derpy. Like it uses a lot of redstone. Okay. After a great start here, we do in fact need to reset everything. Okay. Oh, yo, it's Braveheart. Yo. Okay. Uh-oh. And my internet might be going down. Yep, connection reset. Okay. Oh. That time it worked. What the heck? Huh. Okay. Okay. In that case, okay. And all right. Let's see. Alrighty. Braveheart, you need to register. You need to re-register. Oh. Are we back? Hello? Hello? We're good? Okay, let's hope this works. And... yeah, it's weird. Let's see. I did just get some very worrying news from my brother. Okay. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. We'll go on Discord and talk about that. Yeah. Okay. Let's end. We can end the stream here. And yeah. So hope y'all enjoyed the stream. If you did, please let me know. Yeah, I shall see y'all next week. Not a wink. It's going for a smiley. All right. See y'all. Bye.